In today's video, we're going to talk about the accessibility shortcut in iOS. What's up, VIPs? Welcome to the channel, and whenever you use an Apple device like an iPhone or an iPad, there are great accessibility features built right into the operating system. And there's a great way to access some of those features very quickly by using something called the accessibility shortcut. By the way, if you're new to the channel, my name is Derek and I help individuals and families to discover life after sight loss. On this channel, you'll find product reviews, life advice, encouragement, how-tos, and so much more. So I'd love for you to consider subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications so that you don't miss another single video. Now, what exactly is the accessibility shortcut? Well, basically, it's a triple tap of the home button. You triple click it. Actually, it's a triple click. Maybe triple tap is wrong. Triple click. You depress it 3 times. Does that make sense? Yes. Click, 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 and it's an accessibility shortcut. Now, I have mine set to voiceover, but you can set it to a few things, and we're going to talk about that as we jump into the phone today. Now, let me go ahead and make a quick caveat here. If you're an iPhone 10 user, you don't have a home button, right? It's like, what am I going to do? I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I believe that the power button on the side, since it's used for Siri and all those sort of things, I believe you can triple click it and it will do the same sort of thing. Now, I could be wrong, and if you have an iPhone 10, let me know down in the comments below what you do for the accessibility shortcut, if you know, and I will do some research and maybe put it down in the description box below. But the point of this video is if you have an iPhone 8 or 8 Plus or older, okay? So let's jump into it, the accessibility shortcut. All right, so I'm gonna start my phone here, and I'm gonna go into settings. Okay, so settings is basically, where you go for a lot of different things. So I'm going to go down to general. Okay, that's where I want to go.
Selected settings back button.
Then
Home button.
I'm going to go down.
CarPlay. Home button. Accessibility.
I'm going to go to accessibility. Okay, so accessibility. That's what you want. Double tap. Now, this brings up all your accessibility features. Now, if you've never gone through this and you have visual impairment, go through this. There's so much great stuff. There's voiceover and Zoom and all kinds of wonderful stuff. So check it out if you've never gone through this. What I want to do is I want to go all the way to the bottom. And I'm sure there's a quick way to do it, but what I'm going to do is make sure I'm in the list. And then I'm going to use 3 fingers and just swipe up till I get to the bottom, okay? Swipe, swipe, swipe.
Rows 27 to 30 of 33. Hearing aid. Rows 28 to 32 of 33.
Keep swiping.
29 to 33 of accessibility.
Okay, I'm all the way at the bottom. Sometimes it takes a little while to get to the bottom of things. So, all the way at the bottom is the accessibility shortcut. Okay? So, accessibility shortcut. So, you can tell I'm at the bottom. So, I'm going to double tap. That's going to bring up our options here. Okay? So, let me make sure I'm at the top.
Click the home button for accessibility shortcut.
Okay.
Triple click the home button for.
Triple click the home button for. So this is a triple click of the home button. It's going to do an action. All right, let's go swipe right.
Assistive touch.
Assistive touch.
Reorder assistive touch button.
Okay, this will order this, and I'll get to that in a second, okay?
Classic invert colors.
Classic invert colors.
Color filters.
Color filters.
Reduce white point.
Reduce white point.
Smart invert colors.
Smart invert colors. By the way, I have smart invert colors on right now. That's why my screen is black with white text. Smart invert colors is great, and I believe Sam from The Blind Life did a video about that, so I'll link that down in the description box below as well.
Reorder switch control.
Switch control.
Reorder selected voiceover.
Selected is voiceover right now, and I'll explain that in a second.
Reorder zoom.
Zoom.
Reorder zoom.
And that's it. Okay, that's your choices. Excuse me. Now, what you can do here is you can select multiple of these or just one of these. You heard that I have voiceover selected right now, okay? So let's say I want to turn voiceover on or off. I can use Siri to turn it on or off, and I can do that. I can go into that, or I can just use my home button and triple click it. So let's find out what it does.
Voiceover off.
Voiceover off. I triple click it again.
Voiceover on.
Voiceover on. So that triple click does voiceover for me. Now for me, I just like to keep it at voiceover because I don't want a bunch of other settings coming up and having to choose and that sort of thing. That's just me. I like it voiceover. I'm used to it. That's what you do. But let's say you want a list of options of accessibility features. Okay, so let's say we want Zoom. So we're on that.
Selected. Zoom.
Okay, so Zoom selected.
Switch control. Smart invert colors.
And let's say we want Smart Invert Colors to come up as well. All right, so we're going to select that.
Selected. Smart Invert Colors.
Okay, now we're going to triple click and see what happens.
Alert. Accessibility shortcuts.
Okay, so now it brings a thing at the bottom. Let me make sure. Yes, a thing at the bottom.
Selected. Smart Invert button.
So,
Selected. Voiceover. Selected. Zoom. But cancel. Button.
and you hear what it says. All those are selected. I have Smart Invert on, I have VoiceOver and Zoom all turned on. But this way I could bring that up and just turn Zoom off. I could bring it up and turn Smart Invert off, something like that. I like to use Siri and so forth for Smart Invert, but you could totally use this.
Cancel.
So I'm going to cancel that. Then I'm going to go back in here and turn
Selected. Zoom.
Zoom off.
Zoom. Reduce white point. Selected. Smart Invert Colors.
Turn that
Smart
off.
Invert Colors.
Make sure I'm back to VoiceOver only.
Voiceover off.
And VoiceOver's off. So that's pretty much the basics of the accessibility shortcut. It gives you a quick way to access some of the things that are part of the accessibility suite, if you will, in iOS. Now, I did another video where I talked about customizing your control center in iOS 11, which I'll link down in the video description box below. But you can also access it from that as well. But I just find that hard press of a button makes me feel good because I'm like, yeah, I know what's happening with this. So the accessibility shortcut, quick way to access those things, a great feature in iOS. So my question for you today is this. If you had to choose only one accessibility feature to put on that shortcut, like I have VoiceOver, what would you pick? Do you use VoiceOver the most? Zoom? Invert Colors? What would you pick and why? I'd love to hear about it, and I know others would as well, so let me know in the comments below. Hey, if you liked this video, if you found it helpful, show your support by giving it a big thumbs up and sharing it out with somebody that you know. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss another single video. Thanks so much for watching wherever you are, and until next time, remember that sight loss isn't the end, it's just the beginning. My name's Derek Daniel from lifeaftersightloss.com, and I'll see you in the next one.